Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Front End Technologies. Today I am going to cover Flexbox, a CSS layout mode. So let's take a deep dive into this. So with Flexbox, you can easily create layouts for complex application and web pages. Flexbox layout gives complete control over the direction, alignment, order, size of the boxes. So let's see some features of Flexbox. Direction. So you can arrange the elements or the items on the web page in any direction. Left to right, right to left, top to bottom, bottom to top. Order. Using Flexbox, you can rearrange the order of the content of a web page. Using Flexbox, you can align the contents of the web page with respect to their container. Resize. Using Flexbox, you can increase or decrease the size of the item in the page to fit the available space. Then you need to create or define a Flex container using display properties. So here you can see we have created a container. Inside that the child divisions are present. To make it display flex, we have to define this property and we have to make flex direction as row or column. So here I have mentioned flex direction as row. So this property specifies the direction in which the element of the flex container are needed to be placed. So let's see that. It is row. Let me put column. So you can see it arranges the element of the container vertically from left to right. Now I'll make row reverse. Now this arranges the element of the container horizontally from right to left. Now the last is column reverse. So again it arranges the element of the container vertically from from right to left. Okay. Now this is another property of flex wrap. So flex wrap property is used to specify the controls whether the flex container is single line or multi-line. This property accepts the following values. A wrap, as you can see, in case of insufficient space for them, the element of the container will wrap into additional flex lines from the top to bottom. As you can see, here it is getting the sufficient width. Now if I'm reducing the size, then it is wrapping to the next line. And see, it is taking the whole elements is taking the 100% width now. So this is the flex wrap property, and the another value is wrap reverse. So again, in case of insufficient space for them, the elements of the container will wrap into additional flex lines from bottom to top. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's take a look into responsive Flexbox. So here I have created a flex container as a parent class, and it has two child class, flex item left and right. So the Flexbox container, I made it as display flex and flex wrap and text align center. I have given font sizes 30 pixels. Now to flex item left and flex item right, I have given flex as 50%. So whatever will be the width, it will always occupy 50% of the width, left and the right divisions. Again, I have mentioned one media query wherein the maximum width I have mentioned is 800 pixels. So let's go to that width. Now you can see the flex is mentioned it as 100% and it is given to both the classes. Now you can see it is occupying the 100% width of that box below 800 pixels and at the 800 pixels. So you can see how responsive it is. So for different resolutions, using the media queries, you can give different flex in a percentage based on the UX or the requirement. So the next property is justify content and align items property. So justify content, here you can align the content along the main axis, that is horizontally, by distributing the extra spaces as intended. So I have given the justify content as center. So you can see it is placed in the center. Now again there are too many other properties. If I'll make it as flex start, you can see it has come to the start. If I'll make it as flex end, you can see the flex item are placed at the end of the container. Center, you have already seen that. Now space between. In space between, the extra space is equally distributed between the flex items. Now the last property is space around. So here the extra space is equally distributed between the flex items such that the space between the edges of the container, you can see here, the space between the edges of the container and its content is half as the space between the flex items. Okay, let's move to the next property, that is align items. So here it is same as justify content, but here the items were aligned across the cross axis, that is vertically. So I'll give it as center. Okay, you can see how well it is placed now. Again it has other properties. Flex start. So the flex items are aligned vertically at the top of the container. If I'll make it as end, so they are aligned vertically at the bottom of the container. Stretch, let me give it stretch, you can see by default is stretch. Okay, so the flex items are aligned vertically such that they fill up the whole vertical space of the container. So this is all about justify content and align item property. The next property is order property. So it is used to define the order of the flexbox item. So the default order value is 0. If the element is not flexible item, the order property has no effect. So here the by default property is 0. So 1, 2, 5 and 6, they are placed in their order, and element 3 and 4 are placed the order which we gave, like 1 and 2. So box item 4 will placed here, and next to it box 3 would be placed. You can see the sequence. So again you can place it according to you. Like if I'll make it order, let's say 3, you can see it came at last. If I'll make it order 4, so like you can do these tweaks and then you can enjoy and play with this flex order. On the screen you can see now flex basis property. It defines the default size of the flex item before the space is distributed. You can see we have given 150 pixels to each items. So no matter what is the size, it is taking 150 pixels, and then when you decrease the size, so you can see it has become, now it has become flex. All the items has become flexible. Now the flex grow property, we use this to set the flex grow factor. In case of excess space in the container, it specifies how much a particular flex item should grow. So here you can see we have given the first element flex grow factor as 2, and rest of all has 1 and 1. So it will always grow in the proportion of 2:1:1. You can see in the screen easily how it is growing. If I'll make it 1, means flex grow factor is 1. Now it will increase in the proportion of 1:1:1. This is all about the flex property. I want you to practice this. I hope this video helps you in your future CSS challenges. If you really like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Thank you.